Morning. Quick one, quick chat. Before I start on the motorhome, let's start with the motorhome. You're all waiting for a motorhome update. We've painted it again. We've painted it for the second time, having painted it white and decided that we hate it. We've painted it again. And I think we've decided that we hate it. So at the moment, we're trying to work out whether we can salvage what we've done or whether we risk painting it a third time, which will mean that the motorhome will weigh about 4 tons and most of it will be paint. I will never ever paint a motorhome again, or anything again, ever. I never want to see any paint again. Speaking of which, if you would like a day or two's paid work, I've just bought a car that it doesn't need like a show quality paint job, but it needs a day of sanding and prep, and it needs a day of rollering. If you'd like to come and do, I'd like to do it. But if I do it, Mrs. Jeff will kill me, because that's my time then spent on the motorhome and not on the motorhome and on the other car. Basically, it's a 60s classic. It's in good running order, and it's got cool patina on the bonnet and the boot and the roof. We'll leave that. So all I need someone to do is sand down basically the sides, and then roll it with a colour that is pretty similar. I can provide all the materials and tea and coffee and probably some companionship, not in that way. And general fun, but yeah, I can't do it myself. She will murder me. We have to get the motorhome finished. Yesterday we spent the day on the motorhome painting it, as I said, the colour that we hate. Then we went to the pub. I'm a bit hungover, to be honest. So today I'm planning on refitting all of the stuff on the motorhome. The windows can go back in. A lot of the detail work can start happening, and all the stuff that I said I was going to do last week. So that's where we're at. You will be seeing a motorhome update, possibly on Sunday night. I'm not sure yet. What else is going on today? Oh, there's been a fire, hasn't there? An electric G-Whiz has burnt down a house and a van and another G-Whiz. And that's odd, because you very rarely hear about those G-Whizzes going up in smoke. It's not often that you see these electric car fire stories, and it's a G-Whiz, so that's exciting. What else is going on? Kids in America are sticking pencils in Chromebook USB charging ports to see them make sparks and burning schools down. So that's cool. Lots of fire in today's video, actually. There was another one that I wanted to talk about as well that was on the BBC this morning, but I can't remember what it was. It was probably something ridiculous, like I bought an EV and now I hate everything. That was probably the article. It was something along those lines. Autocar this morning have posted saying that the JQ J7 is virtually undrivable due to the software system, screens, the way it all interacts, which is odd, because there was another big YouTuber that did a video about that car and told us it was absolutely perfect. So I don't know who to believe now. Good video going out tonight. A chat with Steve, who came down to collect a car from me, and he got scammed trying to buy a classic car on Facebook Marketplace. So there's a chat about how it happened, and then we phoned the scammer to find out what's going on. So that's a good video later this evening. Let me know what's going on in your world. The sun is due to be shining. I've just found out that it is the Slot Car Festival at the British Motor Museum. I was there not too long ago with the Macmaster, so maybe I can persuade Mrs. G that we can take some time out of doing the motorhome to go and see the Slot Car Festival. Let me know if there's any classic car shows on where you are, especially if they're near Worcestershire, because like I said, this new 60s classic that I just bought last night that I haven't even seen yet, a friend of mine messaged me and said, do you want an XYZ? And I in my head, I'd already said I'm not buying any more cars. But because the 7 Series is going, and because the Volvo went yesterday, I thought, actually, that's 2 out and 1 in. So that kind of works from a storage point of view. So I went for it. And he sent me some photos last night. I'm not going to show you yet, but it's quite lovely. It's come from an old boy. He was using it as his daily. And it's mechanically good, but cosmetically poor, which is, the opposite of the motorhome. But no, that is the motorhome. It looks like a nice car. He sent me some sunset photos, and it certainly looks lovely. And I would like to use it for some little local classic car shows, maybe go for a picnic, that sort of thing. So let me know what classic car shows are going on near you. Just to summarise the week, and this is quite funny, the motorhome, no, you can tell I'm hungover, can't you? The Bedford van, I'm not doing anything with it. It's staying where it is. But what's interesting is the pay rate on the Bedford van collection video was better than on my auction video. So this is interesting from a viewership point of view. I make more money when I go out and do stupid things. So from a channel point of view, my strategy, if I ever came up with a strategy, or if I ever sat down and went, oh, how can I make more money out of the YouTube channel? What I need to do is go and do stupid things, which is great because that's the exact opposite of what Mrs. Jeff wants me to do. Anyway, the stupid thing I'm going to do today is paint this motorhome again. But as I said, if you want some tea and coffee and a day's cash and you fancy sanding down a Hillman Minx, then do get in touch and I'll order the paint. It's like a dark grey, so it's quite an easy one as well. It'll be a pretty forgiving one to roller. And as I said, I'm not going to be displaying it at Salon Privé or anything like that. So if you're up for it, get in touch and we can make that happen. Phil's back from his holiday today, so that means he'll be working on the motorhome on Tuesday. So normal Jeff and Phil motorhome videos will resume, where we fart about a lot, talk a lot, and sometimes get some stuff done. So that'll be Tuesday. What else is going on this week? I don't think there's anything exciting in the pipeline. There's just various cars that need moving from various places, but I don't feel like I've got any events lined up. I think MacMaster's going to come down and see me again at some point, and we'll make a video, eat some food, show him the motorhome because it's changed a lot. I think he went to New York last night. He texted me last night saying he's been in America and the weather's been crap and the hotel was expensive. I'm like, well, you could have stayed at home. Your house would have been free. And we've had a weird heat wave. It is weird, isn't it? Can you remember a run of weather this good? I can. It was called lockdown. But there were no trails in the sky. But I've now removed that video from YouTube. If you did see it, it's quite popular. 12,000 views. And most of you are looking up and going, yeah, there's something going on. And my conclusion is still the same as it always was. The planes go over, the lines start, the sky goes completely grey and it gets cold. That is all I've got. I got nothing more. I can't tell you anything about how they're doing it, who's paying for it, what's going on with it. Not a clue. Don't know. All I know is I'm calling it as I see it. And on that one, even if it is something perfectly natural that's happening as a byproduct of these new high turbojet fan engines or whatever people say, or it's changes in the atmosphere or whatever, if it was your garden and your neighbour had grown a large tree that had eventually grown so large that it was always blocking out your sunlight, would you be complaining to your neighbour, or would you be sitting in your garden going, yeah, this is just normal, this is fine, I can live with this? I don't think you would. I think you'd be going and knocking on your door and you'd be asking some questions. And that's the angle that I take with it. I just go, I don't know what it is, but this doesn't seem right. So that's that. Let me know what you're up to this weekend. Let me know how you are. Let me know if you're hungover. And we'll have a proper video later tonight, 8 PM on the channel. Chat with Steve. Chat about Volvos. Chat about Range Rovers. Mostly about Range Rovers, to be fair. Chat about YouTube sponsorship a little bit. And then getting scammed for a Mustang and phoning the guy that scammed Steve. And you can leave us your thoughts in the comments on how you got scammed. Because let's be honest, it's happened to us all. Right. It's warming up now. I'm going to open the door, get the motorhome out and paint it again. And then when I don't like that, I'll paint it again after that. And then we will just torch it and get a hotel instead. Thank you very much for watching.